Hey guys, welcome back to my scary little podcast, a podcast where we get to talk all about horror and all about pop culture and everything that's going on right about now. And there has been so many things that have been happening, so many good news that have been announced in the horror community. So we're gonna talk about it. But before we do, please make sure you guys give this video a huge thumbs up. Make sure you are engaging with me and others in the comments down below, because it's always fun to interact with one another, especially when we have an opinion. And you always got to keep in mind that everybody's always going to have an opinion, no matter if it's good or bad, or if you agree and disagree. Because I've seen a lot of comments lately on my Instagram posts, and I said, you know what, I'm just gonna step back on this one, because a lot of people are just like too extra and I don't have time for the extraness. So you guys, it's okay to agree and disagree, just do it in a kind way. I think that's the beauty of agreeing and disagreeing, especially when it comes down to horror and stuff. So we're gonna jump right into the horror. So I do have my notes right here, so please do not mind me if I'm looking down, because I'm still getting used to this podcast thing. Which, by the way, let me just say, I know I have been asked when is my podcast going to be on Apple and stuff like that. So we are actually working on that right now. So my podcast, my official podcast, is going to be up either February, the end of February, or the beginning of March. So I'm excited, but that's not gonna stop me from doing a podcast like this and interacting with you guys. All right, so let's move right along to an exciting news. So we are going to be getting Megan 2.0, which is the sequel to the successful first Megan movie. And of course, we were gonna have a sequel. I think that was very obvious, especially after the Megan dance went viral. A lot of people were duplicating it. A lot of people were, I want to say, is it considered duplicating? Or when you're like doing it all over again, when you're doing the dance all over again, all over social media. And I mean, we all know how sequels work. If the first one is a success, it is 99.9% most likely that they're going to do a sequel to that. So yeah, we're gonna have a Megan sequel, which is called Megan 2.0. The title might change, but James Wan did announce that. And of course, with the success of Megan bringing in $95 million with a budget of $12 million, it was literally only a matter of time before they said, yes, we're gonna have to do a sequel, and probably even a third movie, a trilogy of Megan. That would be nice, I think. So fun fact, when I saw the post from James Wan, he posted it on his Instagram and he announced that it was going to be releasing in 2025. I took it upon myself to leave a comment pretty much saying like, oh my god, why 2025? That is so long from today. Pretty much saying like, no, give it to us sooner than 2025. I don't want to wait 2 years. I wasn't being mean. I wasn't saying it in a disrespectful way. I would never ever disrespect James Wan. James Wan is like my favorite director. I don't know if he took it that way, but he did reply back to me and was pretty much saying like, I don't remember. You know what? I'll just pull up the comment, because I was embarrassed. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little bit embarrassed when he saw my comments and decided to at me. I was like, oh, James Wan at me. And then a lot of people under the comment were just like, duh, it takes that long. Okay, so I said, but why so long? 2 years for a sequel? But I meant like, no, you know, pretty much like that kind of like vibe. So James Wan replied and said, it takes a while to write the script and then produce the film, and making sure all the talent availability align for the shoot. It's never quick and easy. Okay. It's never quick and easy. I'm gonna have to correct Mr. James Wan, because when he came out and debuted his Saw films, they were pulling Saw movies left and right. Every year it was like new Saw, Saw 2, Saw 3, like literally back to back. So I think they can pull it off before 2025, but I do understand what he's saying about you know, the scheduling has to be right, especially if they're gonna bring the original actors. So I get it, but I didn't mean it in a way like, really, we got 2 years. It's really gonna take that long? It's really gonna take that? I didn't mean it that way. I'm pretty sure he didn't take it that way, but I was just like, James Wan. Don't think I'm disrespecting you. But yeah, I was a little bit sad that we have to wait 2 years, literally 2 years, for to see a sequel coming for Megan 2.0, and I can't wait. And speaking of Megan, a lot of people were asking if I think the reboot of Child's Play Chucky in 2019 was similar to Megan, and I'm gonna say I don't think it was similar to that one. I feel like Megan was maybe more like an upgrade when it comes down to like remakes or sequels or a brand new movie. I mean, I know that Megan is not like something that we've never seen before, but I know a lot of people were comparing the 2019 Chucky reboot with this one, and I see why, because they're both animatronics, or not animatronics, like pretty much AIs, artificial intelligence. I feel like if anything, Megan was a little bit more compared to Ex Machina. I feel like if we're gonna compare movies, that would be the perfect movie to compare to Ex Machina. But yeah, either way, I'm excited. I can't wait, and that's something to definitely look forward to for 2 years. And who knows, maybe we'll get some merch or like a Megan doll right along the way. Who knows, right? We'll see. But another great news that we got is we're going to finally get Chucky season 3, but we all seen this coming, especially because Universal Studios is opening their own haunted house for Chucky based on the Chucky series, and this is exciting. This is very, very exciting, but it's a little bit concerning for me as a Chucky fan. So I did enjoy season 1. I did enjoy season 2, probably a little bit less than season 1. So for season 3, the things that I want to see in season 3 is a lot less comedy and a lot less, you know, I hate to say this because it's gonna sound wrong, but just hear me out, a lot less of the LGBTQ plus community. I mean, I know, I get it, we all want to be inclusive, and we are being inclusive, and we are being representative, and I'm all here for it. But when it comes down to Chucky, I would love to see more horror, a lot more horror. I feel like they're forgetting the elements of horror. I feel like they're forgetting Child's Play 1, 2, and 3 and what those 3 movies brought, right? Season 2 was playing more on Seed of Chucky, Curse of Chucky. I want to see season 3. For season 3, I want to see like just horror, just plain out horror. I don't want to see comedy. I don't want politics. I just want to see horror. I want to see Chucky just kill. Not necessarily blood and guts, but I want to see a strong storyline for season 3. And I don't know, I mean, hopefully they can be able to do something with season 3. You can do so much more with this season, and I hope that they do a lot more than just focusing on what they have been focusing on. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way for anybody out there. I mean, hello. Right? But what I'm saying is, that's not what I want to see when it comes down to horror. When it comes down to Chucky, I want to see, okay, we touched bases on that, now let's move on to horror, right? Let's move on to something crazy. Let's move on to something scary. Let's see some sadistic kills like in season 1. I don't think we have to stick around to the same storyline, the same comedy. I feel like Chucky is just too comedy for me now, and that's not what I known him for. You know, Bride of Chucky, he did bring a lot of comedy. He did bring a lot of stuff like that kind of energy, but he also brought great kills. The storyline was great. We were introduced to an iconic character, Tiffany. So let's focus on that. Let's do a little bit more of that. Let's do a little bit more horror. But either way, I'm excited for Chucky season 3. I think it's going to be a good season. They haven't really disappointed, but I think season 2 didn't stand out for me as season 1 did. That's just my personal and humble opinion. I don't know. What do you guys think? What would you guys like to see for season 3? That's what I want to know. What would you guys like to see for Chucky season 3? And it's funny enough, I mean, yeah, they were going to make a season 3 because Chucky brought a total of 655,000 viewers in its first week, or I think either the first week or overall. That's of course a combination between Sci-Fi and USA, and those are great numbers. Those are definitely some great numbers for Chucky. And I think with this new generation, we are gonna see a lot more Chucky, and I'm just happy that Chucky is getting the love and the support from Chucky fans and just like new fans all around, because it's about time. So I can't wait. I cannot wait. Chucky was the #1 show on Sci-Fi and USA, and that, I mean, the numbers don't lie. So can't wait for Chucky season 3. But let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions. So what would you like to see for the new season? And that's gonna be out this October. Can't wait. I will be in Los Angeles in October, because I have to check out the haunted house in Universal Studios Hollywood in Los Angeles. So it's gonna be a busy year, and it's gonna be a fun and exciting year, that's for sure. All right, you guys, moving on to the next topic. So the next topic is Wednesday. We're gonna get a Wednesday season 2. I'll be honest, I haven't watched the first season. Like I said, I'm just really busy. I don't have time to be watching like long seasons. I do want to take a little bit of time off just to watch the first season, because I've heard so many good reviews with this TV show on Netflix, and Wednesday was renewed and picked up for season 2, which is great. I always thought that they were going to do a season 2, and I think Jenna Ortega deserves that, because I remember seeing her in Insidious, one of the Insidious movies. She had like a small role, like her role was like 2-3 seconds long. And from seeing her from that all the way to having the #1 show on Netflix, I mean, she literally brought in, I have my notes right here, she brought in 6 billion views with 150 million viewers. Like, whoa. Those are some heavy numbers. When you have 6 billion, we're not talking about million, we're talking about billion views. That speaks for itself, and I think Jenna Ortega is very well deserving of this. She's very talented. She's a beautiful woman, and yeah, I'm excited for Wednesday too. Let me know what you think about that. Another thing that I want to talk about is Eli Roth's Valentine. So if you guys haven't seen, Eli Roth announced, I don't think it's called Valentine, I think it's called something else. Okay, so it's called Be Mine. It's a Valentine's VR slasher film. VR Valentine slasher. Eli, no not for me. I'll probably I was excited when I saw the poster, because the poster did remind me of the Valentine's movie, and a lot of people were pretty much calling him out like, whoa, you even took the whole idea of the mask. And let's be honest, it does look a lot like the Valentine horror movie. The mask looks literally like identical, but I think it's just a Cupid mask. I don't think you can do Cupid any different than what we know as a Cupid. But I was looking forward for this until I saw the trailer. The trailer just looked really bad, to be honest with you. It looked really bad. I love Cabin Fever. I think Cabin Fever is a classic, a slasher classic, but this right here is just, I'm gonna pass on this one, just because I love Eli Roth. But this Be Mine is just not something that I'm interested in. I was, until I saw the trailer, but who knows, let me not speak too soon, because maybe I'll check it out. But so far what I see, I am not intrigued, and I am not too excited for. The poster looks way better than the trailer itself. But yeah, if you are interested in that, Eli Roth is going to have a new slasher film, or not a slasher film, VR Valentine slasher experience, I guess. It's called Be Mine. All right, you guys, so moving on to something really super exciting. We finally got the official trailer for Scream 6. Now, I don't really like to do reacting videos to the trailer, watching it for the first time. I'll do them here and there, but the reason why I don't like doing them is because YouTube doesn't, they get booty hurt when you like do those type of videos, because you're using the sound, I don't know, you just get demonetized and they just block your videos. So I'm not gonna play the trailer, but I will give you my 2 cents on the trailer. I think this is going to be probably one of the most epic Scream movies. I wish the trailer wasn't so dramatic, like showing too much, because it didn't really give a storyline. The trailer didn't really the trailer didn't give much of a storyline. It was mostly crazy scenes, and I wish they would have toned it down a little bit. This is just my opinion. I did like the trailer, I did enjoy the trailer, but they did the same thing with, I think it was Scream 4, when they were making it seem like they were killing Gail, when she's like, go ahead, do it if you have the guts, and it shows like he stabbed her, and of course that was just like he wasn't gonna kill her. I feel like they did the same thing in this trailer. It was just so over dramatic, but I liked it. I'm here for it, so I'm excited. I'm really excited for Scream 6. I think a lot of the Scream fans are excited and are happy to see all the other characters coming back. One of those characters being Kirby. A lot of fans love her character, and I'm a little bit sad because I would have loved to see Neve Campbell come back. Imagine she does come back in this movie and it was just like a secret, like she's not coming back. You know, I know Neve Campbell said, I'm not coming back because they don't want to pay me what I'm asking for, which I think that was a really bad move to not have her here, because this would be the first Scream out of all the Screams that you don't have a main character like Sidney Prescott. I think that was just a big mistake, but I don't know, maybe it will work out, but who knows. I'm a little bit sad about that, but you know, we will have Gale Weathers, so yay for that. So yeah, if you are interested in seeing Scream 6, this will be out March 10 in theaters, and I can't wait. All right, you guys, so let's move on to the next topic in my podcast, and I think this is going to be one of my favorite topics in my podcast. We are going to play a game, and a game that I like to call the 5 movie sound horror edition. Yes, sound effects and all. So this is how it's gonna go. So I'm gonna play 5 sounds for 5 seconds of my favorite horror movies out there. It could be from a scene or it can be from the trailer. This time it's gonna be from the trailer, and you get to guess what are those 5 movies, the name of those 5 movies in the comments. This is literally for true horror fans. You have to be a really good horror fan to know the sound of these movies or movie trailers or whatever I play, whether it's the trailer or from a clip, a popular clip, whatever it is. You let me know what are the 5 names of these 5 movies, and this is again gonna be horror edition. So hold up, let me pull it up because I have it right here on my phone. Now it is gonna be 5 seconds. I might post a little bit longer than that, like 6-7 seconds. I'm not gonna do a lot because again, YouTube gets booty hurt when you overdo it. You know, you get demonetized and your video gets blocked. All right, so here we go, you guys. I'm gonna play the first one. So here it is, the first sound.
What the hell was that? What? I just saw something.
All right, so that was the first one. I'll give you a hint. This movie came out in 2003, and it is a remake of one of my favorite horror movies of all time, and we're gonna leave it to that. All right, so moving on to sound number 2. This one's gonna be so super easy, like super freaking easy, and it goes like this.
Attention, Kmart shoppers.
All right, so that was sound number 2. All right, so moving on to sound number 3. This movie came out in 2001, and it's a cult classic in the horror community, and the sound goes like this.
Lily, will you dance with me?
All right, so that was sound number 3. All right, moving on to sound number 4. Now this movie gives me the creeps. It's such a creepy movie because the actor embodies this character so freaking good, and the sound goes like this.
Closer, please. Closer.
That was the sound. All right, so moving on to the last sound. So the last sound is going to be a little bit more complicated, a little bit more hard to guess. This movie came out in 2008, and the sound goes like this. All right, so that was the sound. It was a little bit more than 5 seconds. I feel like I needed to put a little bit more than 5 seconds. So yeah, you guys, there you go. The 5 sounds of 5 horror movies that I enjoy watching. Hopefully you guys get it right. For the last one, I will put the answers in the description down below in case you guys are curious, but I won't post them right away because I want to give you guys time to guess and have fun. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy these little 5 sounds. And speaking of 5 sounds and horror movies, we're gonna move on to my recommendation movie of the week. This is the part where I'm gonna recommend you guys a movie, whether it's a comedy, a horror, action, whatever it is. Fun fact, I do like more than just horror movies. I love comedy movies. I think comedy movies are so like healthy for your body, especially if they're so funny. The movie that I'm gonna recommend for you guys today has really bad ratings. I don't know why, but when I watched this movie, personally, I enjoyed it so much that I went and I bought the Blu-ray. I didn't have to buy the Blu-ray, I could have just watched it online. But I recently was watching this movie about 3 or 4 days ago, and I have to say, I enjoyed it as much as the first time. I don't know why it has so many bad reviews. I don't know, maybe movie critics are just too picky when it comes down to this. I think it's a remake of something. I'm not familiar with the original or whatever they got it from, but I enjoy this movie, and this is called Fantasy Island. This movie came out in 2020, starring Michael Peña, and the movie is pretty much about a group of people who go to this island to, I don't know, I want to say to make their fantasies come true. And a lot of them have weird fantasies, a lot of them have crazy fantasies. So whatever your fantasy is, you can go to this island and make it happen. If somebody in your family passed away and you would like to see them again or relive a moment, you go to this island and they can make that happen. If you want to, if you're holding a grudge against somebody and you want to see that person suffer, you come to this fantasy island and they can make that happen. Whatever your fantasy is, this island can make it happen. If you want your Chucky dolls to come alive and help you do crazy things, you come to this island and they will help you with that. So that's what pretty much the movie is about. It does have a twist, which obviously I won't spoil, because what's the point of me recommending a movie and they're like, oh, plot twist, everybody dies, everybody, and then the island blows up into a million pieces. That's not what happens, but you know, it just, what was the point of me recommending you a movie to watch it, and I just ruined it for you. But yeah, you guys, I highly recommend Fantasy Island. Personally, I loved it. I give it a 9 out of 10. It's an enjoyable movie, and I enjoyed it very, very much. But alright, you guys, that is pretty much it for this episode of my podcast. I have to say, this has been so much fun. I enjoy coming up with ideas. I do want to do, once my podcast is officially on Spotify, Apple, and so on and so forth, I'm still looking to different platforms, but once my podcast is on that, then we will do it a little bit lengthier. It will be a lot longer, and we'll have more things that I want to talk about. Like, I want to have an episode where I'll talk to you guys about scary stories that I would like to talk to you guys about. Personal stories, things that have happened to me, and there are scary stories. So that's something that I do want to look forward to. But yeah, in the meantime, we're gonna keep doing it like this, and this is fun. This has been so much fun, and I hope you guys are enjoying my little scary podcast as much as I am. And if you are, give this video a huge thumbs up, leave your comments in the comments down below, and let me know what else would you guys like to see, because there's so much more coming in the near future weeks and even months. But I hope this was enjoyable. I hope this was fun, and as always, I will see you on my next episode. Until then, I'll see you next time, you guys. Bye.